So, Apple finally wrapped up another Worldwide Developer Conference for 2016. Actually, it happened in June 13th. But, I'm going to give you guys an information on why I'm doing this video now. And that is because we are now approaching July. And what happens in July? Well, in July, the public beta testers, like myself, are going to be getting the new iOS 10 that Apple announced back in WWDC. Now, I'm not going to be able to show you guys the iOS 10 here on YouTube, but I can show you guys that through my blog. So if you check that link below, you look for the techgeek311.net, click on that link, and you check my blog daily, and you'll see I'm going to post a lot of stuff on iOS 10 because I've got a beta iPhone that I'm going to be using for it. So exactly what did Apple announce in WWDC? Well, the main one, the one they did last, was the iOS 10. What is new in the iOS 10 is basically everything. They took out the swipe to unlock feature. You've got force touch abilities to do with more apps and more control center and also the home button and so forth. So now when you swipe across to the right, you're going to get a whole new set of widgets within there. You swipe up, you're going to get your control center. You're going to have a lot more functions. You swipe across on control center, you're going to get all your iPod functions, your music functions. When you're in the lock screen, you swipe to the left, you're going to get your camera now, so there's no swiping up. If you have more apps that are, let's say they're from your watch and they're going to sync with the phone, you can swipe up on those. You'll still see those. Your messages is completely changed. You're going to have a lot more functions with photos and stickers and apps and so forth. You can make your messages pop out. You can make them explode. You can give graphics in the background and so forth. So a lot of changes within there. Maps gets a little more updated. Siri gets a little smarter. And a few more minor changes and major changes within the software itself. The main thing about iOS 10 though is that it's being boosted for the new iPhone 7, which will be announced in September. So I'll give you guys another video on that when that comes out. But if you've got anything below an iPhone 5, probably not going to be able to get iOS 10. So it's pretty much designed for iOS 6, 6S, and then the new 7. That's what it's designed for. So if you don't have a 6, probably not worth it for you to update it for your device because you're going to end up with slow issues and draining batteries and so forth. They also announced the new change in the name for the macOS. So instead of OS X, it's going to be macOS. They're going to use the word Sierra. It's going to have Siri. If you have force touch on your Mac because you've got a newer Mac, there's going to be enhanced. Be a lot of other little changes in there, security updates, more compatible with iOS and so forth. They didn't get into much detail with the Mac. They did show off a few little features here and there. And then tvoS, this one's really gonna be beneficial. When you have those TV stations, those local stations, and you have to keep signing in with your phone and all that, now you're gonna have this all-in-one sign-in, which I love that feature the most. All the TV station apps that you have that are synced to your Apple TV, you can sign in once and you're done. That's it. No more of this having to go to websites and activate and so forth. So that's going to be a benefit. You've got a new TV app remote, which is going to be very similar to the Siri remote on the 4th and 5th generations Apple TV. So that's going to be a benefit. It's going to make it so much easier to use the remote on your phone or tablet and be able to control the Apple TV that way. So that's going to be a benefit. Now they will announce a 5th generation Apple TV, probably more enhanced, more bumped up, probably in September as well. I'll give you guys more information on that as it comes out. The other major change, which I can't wait for, and I'm actually debating on actually installing the public beta on it, is the new WatchOS 3. The WatchOS 3 is what the WatchOS should have been from the very beginning, because not only have they come up with the multitasking like you have on the phone, the speed is 100 times better. I mean, apps load in seconds, which is what they should have had. They got rid of the little contact part that you have in there, so that becomes your multitasking. You can add up to 8 apps so far, according to the beta, to your dock, which is 10 times better than Glances. Glances really wasn't that good. You have a good control center now, and one that actually works well. Features, though, the Apple Watch, I think, is what the Apple Watch should have been. Now, this could be more geared towards the Apple Watch Generation 2, which should be probably announced September as well. So coming up in September, though, that's when you're going to get your hardware. WWDC16 was mostly software, so it was basically your iOS 10, your macOS, your tvoS, and your watchOS. That was basically what WWDC is. So now for these next 2 months, actually the rest of June, July, and August, all developers and all public testers can test out this software, give feedback, and so forth. So then Apple can now take all that feedback, fix the software, and so then when September and October come around, they can release the actual general public versions, and hopefully we won't have as many bugs or issues as we've had in previous versions like iOS 9. That's the hope. Now coming in July, probably around July 13th, I'll get the public beta of iOS 10 for my beta phone. And I'm going to be talking about it throughout my blog, so you guys want to be on there and you want to check it. That one I do a little more daily than my videos here. So check my blog. You can find out more. It's going to be on an iPhone 6, not a 6S. I don't want to chance my regular everyday phone right now. So it'll be on an iPhone 6, so I won't have all the touch, Force Touch stuff to give you guys, but I can give you guys pretty much a general idea of what I think about the software, how stable it is, and so forth. When iOS 10 gets released for the iPhone 7, and when I do my upgrade to the 7, I will take my 6S and use it as a beta phone. So then both devices that I have will have 3D Force Touch on there. And so then I can give you guys more of an idea about iOS 10.1, 10.2, 10.11, iOS 11, and so forth. But for now, it's going to be on a 6. So I can give you guys who own 6s and 6 Pluses, give you guys a little idea of what iOS 10 is going to be for you guys. And then with WatchOS 3, as soon as I get it on either my current watch or I get it on the Watch Generation 2, I'll give you guys more information about what I think on that. Because I'm probably not going to run the betas for the watch, Mac, and of course the TV. I didn't upgrade to the 4th generation because I'm waiting on the 5th generation. As soon as the 5th generation comes out, I'll give you guys more review on that. Show you kind of what more, how it can help you guys out and make TV much better. And sort of basically cutting the cable. So getting rid of your cable company. And we'll talk more about that as it comes out, because Sling TV has now announced they're going to be on the Apple TV coming in September. So there goes your live TV. And then we're going to have Hulu, which is going to have probably live and also have DVR capabilities. So that's all going to be coming out at the end of this year by next year. So that's my thoughts. That's what WWDC 2016 was about. If you guys have any questions on that, leave them in the comments below. Give me a thumbs up if you guys like it. And if you're not subscribed, subscribe. So that way you get all my videos as they come out. Don't forget to check that blog link below so you can get all my blog information about iOS 10 as the public beta comes out. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I hope to see you guys soon. And like I said, don't forget to subscribe. Talk to you later.